Hello everybody, isn't this nice? It's lovely to see you. I think the last time we saw each other was in January in the 200 years of childhood fair that we had in London. That was a wonderful time, and all the speakers gave some wonderful talks, and we all came here to the house and had our dinner, Saturday night dinner that I think you joined in with, some of you. So it's lovely to see you again. So today I thought we'd have quite a relaxing day, looking around the garden, and I thought perhaps you might like to help me with the project. I have got a museum, a beautifully set up museum, or was, that's now got no bears in. So I thought I'd take you round towards the end of this and see if you can give me some ideas now on what my new museum is going to look like. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. And also, if you remember, our last project was doing our Bing book. Well, we did it. Thank you so much for all your help and your bears and your photographs. We did it. So I'm dying to show you that too. So here we go. Let's go and have a look at what we can see. We can just walk up the garden, have a little look around the garden as we go. The sun is shining today. So it should be a good day. I do love the fountain too. So let's walk up through the. Hello, Molly. Here we come through the gate, and who should be waiting for us here but some of the most beautiful coloured, some musical Jopies. Jopie was another German maker in the 20s and 30s, and those two big ones at the back are just spectacular. We've got a beautiful pink, and actually Mrs. Pink has got a little pink baby look. Aren't they just beautiful? And a lovely yellow, he's a big chap. And then this little white one who, you don't often get them. Well, you do sometimes. I haven't seen many white ones. We've got orange there, and red, and we've got blue. And look at your face. Aren't you gorgeous? Hello down there. We can hardly see you. Are you there? Yes, you are there, aren't you? And over here we've got four little Moritz Pape. Same German maker. From the late 20s, 30s. Four beautiful bears. So let's have a little look around the garden. We've got a lovely tree there. It's one of my, apart from the cedar outside, I think that's probably one of my next favourite trees. And we've got the patio and the conservatory. And here I'm just starting another project, which I'll show you when I've finished. I've just taken all the shrubs out of there. And today I'm going to have a sort of chair, an wrought iron chair, hello Mol, delivered, so that we can make a feature of that little bit of the garden. I'm finally putting my own stamp on the garden, which is first time in 3.5 years. It's nice to have a bit of extra time to do some designing and change things around a bit. This is the Teddy Bear Museum. I think I've shown you this before. And so we're just going to go inside and see what we can see in there, and I'll show you my project I was telling you about. So in we go. Here. And let's see who's out the back. Look what we've got here. Hello, boys. Hello. What are you lot doing? Although it probably doesn't look like it from here, but those are huge stifes. I don't know, I wouldn't dream of telling you anything about stifes that Rebecca Kaufman hasn't already told you, but those are 5 of the most beautiful stifes. And I think what these Farnells over here are telling me is that I think they're about to have a 5-a-side football match by the looks of it. And look, that beautiful orange Farnell there. I think he's the referee. He needs to be a bit bigger, I think, to be a proper referee. So 5 lovely big Farnells. These really are big boys. And 5 lovely stifes. And a pinky orange Farnell. He's got white linings on his ears, which nobody I've met has ever come across before. So there are the big boys. There's the vegetable garden. We've got peas and beans and celeriac. We've got all sorts. The orchard at the end. But I'm now going to show you into the museum and tell you a little bit about what we're doing. Hello. Now then, these are our modern bears. Hello, Woburn. This is, I probably shouldn't move you from side to side like that. This is Woburn, who is nearly as big as I am, made by Kelly Dean, an American, probably one of the most famous of bear makers, and he is absolutely beautiful. I've got two or three more of Kelly's bears, which I'll show you on the way round. And this is a bear by Laurent Bergman, who is French, another very good bear maker. Look at his beautiful fur. And then Sue Quinn is an English bear maker who makes a lot of hedgehogs, but makes all sorts of other bears as well. And then we have Sarah Cox, Anna Coetzee. Now, Pam Howells, I think it's without an S or with an S, is probably one of the very first bear makers, and she used to work in the children's factory in the 1950s. And she's still making bears, and that's one of hers. Here is another one of my favourites, Gregory Gillenship. He's got 4 bears there. I've got 7 altogether. And he makes beautiful bears. They've just got such a lovely expression, haven't they? Lovely expressive face. And then round here, we've got another American, R. John Wright. And R. John Wright has got Woburn and Abbey sitting on the chair. They were made specially for our Woburn Fair. And then we've got Charlie Chaplin and Scraps down there. Another very talented, not handmade like these, but still very talented. Now, what I'm going to show you today in the museum is another little project for us. I've got another bear with a ball, look, since I last spoke to you. I ought to open that, oughtn't I? Otherwise you'll never see. So another bear with a ball. And we talked last time about doing a joint book. Well, we did it. We did the joint book, and I'm hoping that Rachel's going to show it to you because I did it as by date, so that it's a sort of an authority on the age of all these things. And since I spoke to you, that walking bear is a new one, and that somersaulting bear is a new one, and this one with a ball is also a new one. So let's hope that you can access the Bing book so that you can see more of what we've got. Now, the museum was full of bears that I collected for the 8 years I've been collecting bears, and I'd got a real hodgepodge of bears, probably something of, I don't know, 50% of things. I don't know how many makes there are, thousands and thousands and thousands, but known makers, I had a good many. But I decided that wasn't what I wanted to do. I decided that I wanted to have a museum of collections. I wanted to have a Bing collection, and I wanted to have a Kramer, they've all gone outside, a Kramer collection, and I wanted to have a Farnell collection, the big boys have all gone outside, and I wanted to have some other English, Harwins and Omegas. So what I have done is emptied the museum. It's now got hardly any bears at all in it. And I thought you might like to help me in deciding how I'm going to set it up when I start again, because I'm going to start again in a month or 2. So let me first of all show you a couple of things I like before I show you that. There's a beautiful old German kitchen. I love that. And there is another German pharmacy, chemist shop. Beautiful little pots and things. And here, you remember I told you about Elizabeth Leggett, who made the little Kramer outside, the little bearkin? Well, she made this. She made an Elizabethan village for me. And the detail you will really appreciate. We've got children at the well. We've got a man smoking a pipe. We've got a blacksmith. We've got a man who's the publican who's actually having a beer with the butcher. We've got the wheelwright over there where he is making wheels for the horses, and children on a seesaw, and the vicar waiting for a wedding. Look, the wedding's in the back, the church is in the background. And we've got a jester here, and all the ducks coming to look at him, and the policeman keeping his eye. The policeman's got a pig on a lead. Now, there you go. Don't ask me why the policeman's got a pig on a lead, but it just seemed like a good idea at all. And my husband Henry and I made the box, I suppose, the village that they're in, and Elizabeth made all the bears, and a lovely thatched cottage there, and a water wheel, look. And so I'm just so very pleased with it. And Elizabeth, I think she's always so terribly, terribly busy. She is just so good at this. So here, without a single bear in it, apart from those funny little modern ones that I've got lying there, I had a farm and a market. It was sort of farm at the top and a market at the top and at the bottom. So do I want another market, or do you think we should have bears in something else? There's the first question. Here we had a musical corner. No bears again. All the bears have gone. We've got pianos and gramophone records, and we've got drums and violins and harpsichords. So do I have another music corner, or do I move on from that? And over here we had spinning and weaving. And we had spinning, weaving, we had all sorts of things. We had crochet. Do I keep that? I don't know. You've got to think about this for me. Over here we had the cobbler. Still got a cobbler there. And we had the glass maker, and we had a potter. And up there we had a chimney sweep. And what else is up there? So many different things. There's two more Kelly Dean bears that I told you about. He does do some lovely bears. Here are my sewing machines. This was my children's factory. This is, in my mind, where Pam Howells used to work. And we had 9 little children bears here, all on sewing machines. And I love that. I don't think I can bear for one of you to give me a different idea for here, because I just love it so much. I think we will put the children bears back. And over here we have a shop that's pretty well ruined now, although it did serve its purpose. Do I like a shop, or do I want to get rid of the shop? Not sure about the shop. I just hope you've all got some good ideas coming. And, oh, here was the bar. This is the bar where the barman stood behind there and served his drinks. And here, they were at the bar because they were waiting to go to the circus. Let me just get back a bit. And the circus was a centrepiece. It's got some Schoenhut clowns and 1 or 2 bits there, and some more modern bears. But do we want a circus there, or have we had enough of a circus? I hope you're all thinking, because I could just do with a little bit of help with it. I'm going to go over here now. And here's the tea party. We've had plenty of tea parties. We've had some lovely tea parties there. Is that a bit boring now? Do we want something other than tea party? And here was my war hospital. Quite fond of that. It's a bit macabre, I suppose, but it was quite nice seeing some happily bandaged bears and some nurses. And that's my collection of Triang and Lyons Brothers lorries, etc. Here was the schoolroom. So we had a schoolroom, and we had bears playing on the floor, and bears in bed, and bears in pyjamas, and bears having a bath. Again, maybe we've done schoolrooms now. I really thoroughly enjoyed finding all the equipment for these. There's a lovely fireplace. There's some pots that I made once upon a time. Over here is the lighthouse and the beach. I think that's a bit tired now, maybe. A very nice Chad Valley beach hut there on wheels. I quite like that. Can you see that? Let me take you in a bit further. It's a lovely Chad Valley. And some nice bits, some boats, but I think probably it's had its day. And all these were filled as well. They're all empty. So, what do you think? Do you think that we have a plan here? Do you think we can put the museum back together? I think we'll just go back outside to sign off. So it was really lovely doing this video. when I was thinking about what to do, which bears to show you, I thought, well, I can't do American bears, not when John Port's here. I wish I could have zoomed in with him and we could have done it together. Maybe that's something for another time. Anyway, have a lovely fling, relax. This has been a relaxing tour. There's nothing very taxing about it. And I'll walk you round back to the lake. Look at that lovely tree. And back to the pond. And I'll sign off. So really lovely to see you. Don't forget that 200 Years of Childhood Fair is on a year in November, so November 2021, and we're going into a brand new, it's not Kensington Hall anymore, we're going to go to the Business Design Centre, which is really lovely, and we're going to have our same 1920s themed evening the night before, and I'm sure we'll have our speakers' time in the garden as well, where we get our speeches ready for you. So it would be lovely if you joined us then. There'll be a shop. I think we might even be having an online shop this year that you can buy from. But don't forget, the 24th and 5th of October next year, our 200 Years of Childhood Fair in London. Why don't you all come? Why don't you all come and I'll show you my garden? It's not the same in November, but at least we can show you London instead. So bye-bye, everybody. It was really nice to talk to you again. I'll see you soon. Bye.